Hello everyone, my name is Elhanam Camacho, and today I will be presenting my topic, which is about Aesop's Fables, which contain a little history of Aesop, also the time he lived in, and most importantly, the knowledge his fables bear, which has pretty much survived the centuries. So, let's begin. So, the background of the author. Aesop was a storyteller who lived in ancient Greece. He is estimated to have been born in 620 BCE to unknown parentage. He was born in the colony island of a Greek city-state. Aesop served as a slave on the island of Samos before he was freed for his intelligence. He later served in the court of King Croesus of Lydia. Some aspects of his lives are unclear or speculative, and he died at the city of Delphi in 564 BCE. So Aesop, who lived 6th century BC, he was born into slavery on one of the Greek islands, but thanks to his intelligence, he managed to get free. This is a complex lifetime, and we can certainly see the complexity within the morals of the fables. So here are the politics of Aesop's time. Ancient Greece was organized into city-states that had unique political systems. Athens, which controlled a significant portion of ancient Greece, was governed through democracy. Under Athenian democracy, citizens participated directly in political affairs. Slaves, of which Aesop had once been, were excluded from democratic processes. Therefore, Aesop's experiences as a slave influenced his values and morality. So Greece in Aesop's time was like a web of several small countries, one of them being Athens, which was the first in history attempting democracy, but not everyone who lived in Athens had the same rights. Citizens, mainly women and slaves like Aesop himself, were barred from such access, and so this exclusion manifested in the focus of Aesop's stories. So here's a summary of Aesop's fables. Aesop is credited with writing over 700 fables. The fables were a means for relaying morality teachings. Aesop developed the fables as allegorical tales that had held a deeper meaning. Characters are placed in situations that end with moral teachings. The main characters in most of the fables are usually animals like cats, dogs, foxes, hares, pigs, crows, and wolves. Humans are also characters in some fables. So, unfortunately, the legacy of Aesop does not include only 700 tales, but does dominantly consist of simple stories out of which the trademark fables using vivid descriptions of approximately 700 of them. So animals and humans in these fables are engaged in situations which reflect good or bad values, and finally the fable has a lesson that appeals to the humanity in all of us. So here are my thoughts on Aesop's fables. Firstly, Aesop's fables have great storytelling which helps to capture attention. The plotting of the fables is straightforward, which makes the tales easy to follow and draw meanings. Use of common animals in the fables make the stories familiar and the characters recognizable enough to relate with. However, some of the fables and the moral lessons within can get repetitive across different stories. So, Aesop's fables are brilliant in their extension of stories, simplicity to its moral. These stories are interesting through their embedding of message, and also within stories about animals that are pretty much like known to society and its ways. So here are the reasons for me selecting Aesop's Fables. I selected Aesop's Fables because of the wide-ranging stories with diverse themes and subject matter. The fables are both interesting and profound. The collection of the fables help to highlight the enduring traditions in storytelling from ancient times. Aesop's Fables is a timely reading because morality or the morality teachings derived from the stories also apply today. Moreover, Aesop's Fables is worth reading for its literature value as one of the most famous texts in human history. Um, so I would say, like, I've read Aesop's tales from the Bible because I found their storytelling and their moral significance like very appealing. These tales, differently oriented in their themes and characters, are not only entertaining but also offer a critical commentary about mankind and cultural ideals. Here are the meanings derived from Aesop's fables. Aesop's fables have varied life lessons and moral teachings that are applicable in contemporary society. The fables underscore the importance of common sense and cleverness over aggression and physical strength. Aesop's fables teach that upright character and integrity is ultimately rewarded while immorality is punished. The fables are a cautionary tale against pride, and additionally, Aesop's fables celebrate the virtues of kindness, empathy, and compassion. So the primary values found in the Aesop's fables, or the Aesop fables, such as intelligence, honesty, and kindness, dwarf any need for reliance on raw power or manipulation. These stories promote right conduct, which offer rewards for the virtue and penalties for wrongdoing, and continue to be relevant in the modern context when referring to morality. So here are the scholarly views on Aesop's fables. Scholarly analysis of Aesop's fables have delved into the ethical implications of the stories. Zafiropoulos, I think that's how you say it, remarks that the fables offer a look into the foundational ethical principles that guided ancient Greek society. The range of the fables reveal the ethical reasoning that underlays social behavior in Aesop's time. As such, the fables educate modern audiences on the values and norms prevailing in Greek society. So, historians view these fables as reflecting the ethical base of the Greeks in particular and the ancient world at large, and examine the ways these narratives were utilized in the past in such societies for ethical education, pretty much like with among children. So this is continued for the scholarly reviews on Aesop's fables. Aesop's fables have been instrumental in teaching moral values across history. According to Podgeter, I think that's how you say it, Aesop's fables were used in religious circles to teach morality. This is especially evident in the Lutheran Church, where some Aesop fables were incorporated to communicate moral values. The fables are still used in Christian teachings, especially for children. So, other scholarly attention examines the anthropomorphism of the animals in Aesop's fables. The animals are given the characteristics of people, and they are able to demonstrate lessons for life, but not always resembling the real life. So, this is continued for the scholarly reviews. There has been an extensive interrogation of the use of animals in Aesop's fables. Lefkowitz, I think that's how you say it, finds that Aesop's fables projected human attributes and instincts on the animal protagonists. In this way, the animals in the fables can create a sense of familiarity for the reader. However, the anthropomorphic animals in the tales often lack behavioral similarities with their real-life animal counterparts. So, in studies regarding Aesop's effect on children, there have been findings on the patterns of understanding these fables and children's age. The level of understanding of these owners allows them to understand moral messages more fully. But still, some people question the logic of violence in some fables for children. And this is continued still. Scholars have also explored the influence of Aesop's fables on children across different age groups. Paletter and Beatty, I think that's how you say it or pronounce it, find that the development of children can be determined from their understanding of the fables. Children with higher mind development are more capable of extracting moral lessons from Aesop's fables. Hall contends that the fables are unsuitable for children due to the cruelty inherent in the stories. Furthermore, stories on morality should have human characters. So, Pilleter and Beatty have investigated the role which Aesop's fables play in the growth of children. They, of course, claim that comprehending moral essence of these narratives is an essential step in a child's evolutionary biology. Hall, however, contends that the savagery associated with some fables may undermine their appeal to a younger audience, particularly when it is comparatively easier to appreciate such morals. It is like when illustrated through people. And so this is my works cited for my project. Um, Aesop's fables are not just childish stories. They are full of wisdom, and such sources about humanity and its ethics that were relevant in Greece thousands of years ago are actually like relevant till today. So thank you guys for watching my presentation, and I look forward to hearing other people's presentations. Thank you.